A journal system can set you up for success or destroy your enthusiasm for productivity with frustration. This video is here to help you find a great first journal system. And let's be honest, you're watching this video because A, you probably have seen a Pinterest pin with a perfect bullet journal spread and want to replicate that. I'm sorry, I'm not your guy. This is the wrong video. Or B, you or your therapist is fed up with the breakneck speed of the algorithm and thinks that a slower, more intentional, less digital way to capture ideas is going to be good for you. I agree with them. I'm happy to share 3 journal methods for beginners that will elevate your productivity and help you create a new, healthy journaling habit. Hey, my name is Nick and I love productivity, and so if that's anything that you're into, go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel. I know it might be a little early in the video, but I think we have a thing going on here. Let's take a brief look at the 3 methods just in case you want to skip to a specific section. There are links for you to skip to that section. The first method is the Best Self Co. It is a 13-week oriented journal created by Catherine Lavery, and it's all about engineering success with clear, smart goals, habit tracking, and a bucket list that has benchmarks. I know I might have said some of the same things in that sentence, but those are all different things. It's like one of the best done-for-you journals on the market. I have a lot of them, and I think you should check it out, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Next is the bullet journal method. This system doesn't require a specific journal. You could use a legal pad, you could use a notebook, you could use a chalkboard, although that would really defeat the purpose of the journal. Anyway, at its heart, the bullet journal method is half layout, half symbols. It is flexible enough to handle anything you throw at it, and it's also flexible enough to keep you structured. Do you want it as a food journal? That is easy. Keeping track of how many times your dad says I love you a day? The final method is known as the Commonplace journal. The Commonplace journal is like a free-for-all method. It's very, very similar to just free journaling. There's no wrong way you could do it, but if you leave this method to itself, it could be where your dreams, your ideas, and grocery list can go to die. Let's take a deeper look at the methods. I will also let you know who I think would benefit from each method. The Best Self method. First method is the only one where I would recommend you buy the specific journal. You can't actually execute the Best Self method without the journal. I'm not going to talk about the paper quality. I'm not going to talk about how certain pens and inks work on the paper or its ability to lay flat. What I'm most excited to share with you is this unique one-of-a-kind system that this journal deploys. The Best Self method is a 13-week productivity development system. I know that's a mouthful, but it really does deliver on this promise. You start with a 13-week bucket list, the things that you want to achieve. From that, you choose 3 main goals. You take those main goals and you break them down weekly with tracking and habits, and it also has a very, very good daily journal spread. While the method at first glance can seem overwhelming, this is still perfect for beginners for a few reasons. 1, this journal comes with a dedicated guidebook. When your journal comes with a guidebook, you know it doesn't play. This is what we called organized Riz. Number 2, the journal also has a ritual card and 13-week calendar for tracking. Your ritual card is what you're going to be doing in the morning and the evening to live your best self life, and the 13-week calendar is actually for tracking your days. And then finally, the journal is a great quality and comes in a variety of colors, and I know if this is your first journal, that might matter to you. This method is detail-oriented. It is very clear and flexible enough to tackle 99% of personal productivity journaling. So you're asking yourself, who would I recommend this journal to? I would say this should be a requirement for any college freshman, anyone with ADD, or if you have really big goals and need a method of untangling the spaghetti of achieving, you would do that with this journal. This journal is also great for the mompreneurs or those of you who have a starting side hustle and you need to keep the 9-to-5 ducks in a row. There's a link in the description if you want to go check this out. The system is elegant, it is effective, it is easy to use, and if you need to implement a structure to your life yesterday, this is the journal for you. The only downside to this journal is that if you want to keep this going for a whole year, you're going to need to purchase about 4 of these. And the annual cost to practice this method is going to be anywhere between $120 and $150 per year. It is on the pricey side, but it is definitely worth it. The bullet journal method, by contrast, is very affordable. It doesn't require any dedicated journal, but it also inherently lacks the off-the-shelf structure of the first method. Despite all this, there is a reason why bullet journal method is the people's choice for journaling. The customization of this method is why so many people are raving fans of the system. If you need a different method of tracking or journaling or whatever tomfoolery writing method you have, this has you covered. Now, before we start with the journal, I want to start with the book. The Bullet Journal by Ryder Carroll is the modern Bible for journaling. It is birthed from the abandonment of productivity apps in exchange for the tactile System 2 thinking. The bullet journal method is as much philosophy as it is productivity. That is the beauty of this method. It is equal parts form and function. At the heart, the bullet journal is made up of something called collections. An index is your table of contents. Logs are singular or multiple months, weeks, or days. And logging is the actual note taking, with migration being the act of moving tasks and collections to other places. While it's a simple concept at heart, it has the capacity for complex spreads, logs, and collections. I use the bullet journal method in a very stripped down way. I only use the collections that are monthly logs and daily logs. I deploy something called the 1, 2, 3, 4 method that helps me categorize and organize how to achieve my daily tasks. There's a video for you right here if you want to go check it out. It's just called the 1, 2, 3, 4 method, and it's a little bit more of an explanation. So this method is great for the creative, the writer, or anyone who wants to build a personalized tracking system on paper. The community is great. You can always see what's trending in the Bujo space by visiting the official blog, Reddit, Pinterest, or Instagram to spark the next idea. Rounding out this video is the Commonplace method. The Commonplace journal is a catch-all specifically for quotes, ideas, facts, and any other information you deem worthy. While there's no inherent system tied to this method, so format, collections, review, those are going to be things that you're going to have to design and implement yourself. So sorry, I guess. I don't know. Maybe you like that type of thing. The key difference between an open-ended journaling and the Commonplace journal is that open-ended journaling is about you and your feelings. The key difference between an open-ended journal and the Commonplace book is that the subject is not you in the Commonplace book. The Commonplace book is for building a reflection, for thinking, and looking at other people's thinking. The topics could be philosophy, medicine, poetry. There's really no end to it. And open-ended journaling normally turns into rumination and feeling, while Commonplace method is strictly for ideas. Now, I believe that this method is great for the philosopher, the pastor, the musician, the poet, the person who wants to collect quotes and spend time thinking about them. I have one journal for Commonplace quotes and lectures, but I don't find myself using it as much as I thought I would. I know I've hinted at this idea of a self-reflection method of journaling, and that's what 99% of people think when they hear of journaling. But I actually use that free journaling. I use something from Julia Campbell's Morning Pages in conjunctions with a dash of bullet journal method to draw and organize my work notes. So I specifically use it for work. And while it is more of like my emotions at work and not so much my tasks at work, I definitely find the method helpful. Which method do you think you'll choose for your first journal? Let me know in the comments below. Remember, like this video and subscribe if you find any of this helpful. And until we chat again, I hope you tell the world a great story. Peace.